Peter was probably one of the best shot stoppers I've ever seen, you know, in that era, and probably would be today. I mean, Frank Wignall, what can I say about Frank? He was as tough as old boots, Frank, and he was a prolific goal scorer, actually.
Can you remember an old teammate of yours called Peter Grummitt? He was your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all right if he hit you proper.
Well, he's just here and he wants to see you. Hello, Peter. So, this is your old teammate, Frank Wignall.
I want to know that was you, Frank.
Frank, it's Peter.
I want to know it was you.
You want to love me?
Yeah. You're all right.
You scored all the goals for Forest and Peter saved all the goals.
Yeah.
Quite the team.
Yeah. I used to carry him.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about that. You were a pretty nifty keeper yourself, weren't you, Peter?
Very good keeping.
Shall we go and have a wander round and have a look what we can see? Well, if you follow me, we'll go and have a look in the media suite. Peter, do you have happy memories of your time playing for Forest?
Not here.
Not here.
No, didn't play. I don't think I played in it.
No, you played at this stadium, but maybe you don't recognise this room because it's all changed a little bit. And you were the goalkeeper here.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a little bit different to today because you did it without any goalkeeping gloves. I think that's much more impressive.
Well, I don't have gloves on if it's fit to wear without. Because you can't feel the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel the ball.
No, didn't notice it. Just had to get your hands in the way.
Yeah, you can get your hand and you feel it, it just touches you, it locks onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have big gloves on now, don't they?
No, I don't.
No, they do. The youngsters do today.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's better without, because you can feel the ball, yeah, and that. Yeah. Once you've got your hand on the ball, it'll lock onto it. And that's it.
I've got two of your ex-teammates and colleagues that want to see you. Very good friends of yours. Ian Storey-Moore and Alan Hill.
Peter, how are you? Nice to see you.
Hi,
Alan.
Peter.
Yeah. Hey guys, all right.
Lovely to see you, pal.
Yeah.
Look, there he is.
We played together.
Happy days.
Oh yeah.
When I had hair, Frank. Are you, Peter, all right?
Yeah.
We played Chelsea one Monday night. We won 1-0 and you were absolutely brilliant. I mean, I can't... You won the game for us, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, Christ, yeah. I mean, the saves you made that night, unbelievable, yeah.
Hi Ian, it's a real pleasure to have you back here with us at the City Ground today. We've just spent a bit of time with two of your former teammates, Peter Grummitt and Frank Wignall. Can you tell the fans a bit what they were like as teammates?
Well, absolutely wonderful players, actually, to be simplistic, but just to dwell on them a little bit more. Peter was, I think Peter made his debut in the goal for Forest at, I think it was about 17, 18, and he had a wonderful career. Peter was probably one of the best shot stoppers I've ever seen, you know, in that era, and probably would be today. I remember we played a game at Chelsea one Monday evening. We got absolutely battered, won the game 1-0, but Peter was out of this world. You know, he was such a agile, lithe, you know, goalkeeper. He could stop nearly anything. So, you know, he won us certainly more games and probably the rest of the team put together at some time or another, yeah. And Frank Wignall, what can I say about Frank? He was as tough as old boots, Frank. He was as hard as nails, Frank. And he was a prolific goal scorer, actually. And he came to Forest from Everton, I think, probably 1965-ish. And I was just breaking into the team then as a youngster, probably 19, something like that. And we sort of engendered a wonderful partnership together. As I say, he was the he just played off Joe Baker, who's another wonderful player, by the way, who played for Forest. Centre forward Joe, and Frank just played off him. And some of the older people might remember the Everton game at home, where we, I think it's been rather noted that it's probably one of the best games I've ever seen at the City Ground. And although I got all the accolades because I scored 3 goals, Frank was a real catalyst that day. He had a wonderful game, Frank, and he made all the goals for me, and I felt a bit disappointed for him because, I say, he was never got barely a mention. Frank and I got all the accolades, but in my opinion, he was a star of the show.
And as well as incredible footballers, I know they were very good friends of yours in your playing days. What was Peter like as a person off the pitch?
Very quiet, actually, very quiet indeed. You know, you've seen him today. Actually, I think he's more talkative today than he was when he played. But no, very talkative, very quiet, very unassuming young man. And you know, that's how he was in those days. I mean, very little in terms of wages in those days. So you just had to get on with life. And Peter was one of those that just, he was, you know, told what he had to do, and worked extremely hard at his game and became an excellent goalkeeper, as I previously said. Frank's a bit more gregarious. He was a bit of a character, Frank. I loved being in his company, and you know, of course, after a game, he's going to have the odd drink or two. And yeah, Frank was a real character. As I said earlier, hard as nails on the pitch and hard as nails off it. So great to be with.
And Frank, obviously a partner of yours, playing in attacking positions. You set up a lot of goals for him, he set up a lot of goals for you. How naturally did that partnership come about?
Frank, I say Frank was a real handful, really strong in the air. And I used to feed off him in respect that, you know, when Frank went up for a header, I would just think, well, that's going to fall there. Not a good header, but just, you know, bits and pieces off him that you thought, well, it's going to land there, it's going to land. So Frank made me an awful lot of goals, actually, and probably without Frank and Henry Newton playing alongside me, I probably wouldn't have had the career I had. They were a massive help, both of them, towards me, and just helped my game enormously. So very grateful to Frank the way he played, and of course in goal we had the other player that stopped everything.
Happy days.
Yes,
Lovely days.
great days.
Yeah. Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his many men. Here we go, look at this.
Cool, look at that, eh? Like a bowling green, Frank, isn't it? Eh? Look at that, mate.
Fantastic.
Oh dear.
I mean, it's brilliant.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It's very good, this.
What a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Looks great.
Yeah.
And I know you saw Frank several years ago, but I believe today was the first time you've seen Peter for quite some time. How special was it for you to get to see them today and share those memories?
I think very special indeed. I think you've done a wonderful job inviting them here today. I think it's been really lovely to see all the families with them. I think that was nice to see that. That was a wonderful gesture on your behalf. So I think to see them all together and to see them both after so many years. Although I did see Frank maybe 3 or 4 years ago when his wife was still alive. She was a lovely lady, by the way, Kathy Wignall, lovely lady. And we used to have this little warden-assisted home out at Ruddington, and we used to go and see them, my wife and myself. And yeah, so I think you're probably right in respect that he has gone a little bit downhill, but you know, he's still the Frank I knew, really, and it was lovely to see him today. And naturally, wish them both all the very best in the, you know, what time of life we've got left. Yeah.